Hello, this is your old pal Harry Potter coming to you just to remind you that we got a special going at Teddy's Tackle Box for earthworms this week. Teddy, did you notice this sign here that you made? It says earthworms, not earthworms. Teddy, there ain't no F in earthworm. Oh, I bet that Teddy got a lot of F's in English class, huh? I was wearing this shirt last time, Teddy. Oh, hello Americans, hello YouTubers. Welcome once again to Teddy. Can we cut the music now, please? Thank you. Hello Americans, hello YouTubers. Welcome once again to Harry Potter's America, coming to you live from the basement of Teddy's Tackle Box, the best darn bait and tackle shop in all of Shakopee. You got that right. Yeah, I got a little story to tell you this week. Teddy, what's with all this echoing? Well, can you fix it, please? Thank you. Okay, that's better. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You probably think you're watching some stupid public access show. Well, that's what we used to do, but we've moved up to the YouTube, so you should be experiencing a much more professional program than what my assistant Teddy has to offer. I gotta be nice to him, otherwise he might not let me film here anymore. And I can't film at home. But anyway, speaking of home, I got a story to tell you. Alright, I was getting pretty sick and tired of working at the Valley Fair, running all the rides for all the stupid kids. And so I decided to, when I sort of played hooky. I know, a man my age playing hooky, that's ridiculous, right? But I just couldn't take it no more. So I pretended like I had gallbladder surgery or something coming up, and me and Teddy, we took a week off and we went up to Canada to do some hunting. All right. Well, that's not really my story, but I'm just leading up to it. This is the prologue, if you want. Now here's the real story. I get home this morning from Canada. And my wife meets me at the door, and she's mad. For once, she's not mad at me, though. She's mad because, she took me in the backyard, and she said, "Can you see what's going on back here?" And we'll just say that, it was wet and swampy and kind of brown and smelled really bad. I suppose you can guess what happened. So I called up this guy. I said, "I got a problem with my septic tank. Can you come over and fix it?" And the guy said, well, do you know what's wrong with it? And I said, well, no, you're the expert. You got to come over and figure out what's wrong with it, and you got to fix it. And the guy said, well, I don't know what's wrong with it. I have to come over. And I said, well, that's what I'm telling you. You got to come over, and you got to fix it. And then I said, well, how much is it going to cost me? And he said, well, that all depends on what's wrong with it. I said, well, what's the ballpark figures? And he said, well, depending on what's wrong with it, it could cost you anywhere from $90 up to around $200. And I said, well, that don't sound too bad. He said, well, when was the last time that, when was the last time you had it fixed? And I said, well, it never has been fixed. And he said, well, when did it get put in? I said, well, back in, I don't know, 1972, when I got back from Vietnam and we bought the house. And he goes, well, geez, it's lasted this long? I can't believe that. So he said, well, I'll come over and look at it, and I got to let you know we have a service fee of $25. And I said, well, $25, what's that for? And he said, well, here's how it works, Mr. Potter. If we come over and we take a look at your septic tank and we find out what's wrong with it and we get it fixed, you don't got to pay us the service fee. And I said, well, so what's the service fee for? And he said, well, I mean, if we get over there and we can't fix it, then we got to charge you a service fee. And I said, but for what? You didn't do nothing. And he said, well, we got to pay the labor and we got to pay for the gas to get over there. And, I hate to, tell what the name of the company is because I don't want to give him no business, but his name is Larry Spackle. And so I suppose if you really want to figure out what business he runs, you could probably figure it out by calling him on the phone book. He's in the phone book. So Larry Spackle, 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 something like that. He says, yeah, we gotta charge that service fee. You know, if we come out there and we find out it's something wrong, we can't fix, we still gotta charge the service fee. And I said, so I come over here to the tackle box just to have a beer and relax, because I was steaming. So I told Teddy all about it. And you know what me and Teddy we're going to do? We're going to start up our own business, okay? It's going to be called We Can't Fix It, okay? People will call us up and they'll say, hey, you know, Harry, Teddy, there's something wrong with my car. I don't know what it is. Or maybe they'll say, you know, my lawnmower's not running. Or my chainsaw, you know, it got stuck in a tree and I can't get it out. And so me and Teddy will show up and we'll say, well, we can't fix it. We can't do anything about it. So, but you got to pay our $25 service fee. And that's how we're gonna be millionaires, because I mean, how long does it take to drive to somebody's house and go, well, I can't fix that. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be called. It's gonna be called We Can't Fix That. And it's gonna cost you $25 for us to come out to your house and say, well, we can't fix that. You know, and we're utter morons for thinking we can run a business that way. But so I called up all the other septic tanks in town, and apparently they all do the same thing. So they're all crooks, I tell you. So anyway, I think I've rambled enough. Teddy says, oh yeah, in the story, I'm not gonna pay nobody to fix that damn thing. I'm gonna fix it myself. I got my duckata tape. I'll figure out how to do something with the duckata tape, and we'll get that sucker fixed. Okay? So no worries out there, unless there's somebody out there who could come out and actually fix a septic tank without charging no service fee for doing nothing. So anyway, since the last episode, and I complained that I never get any good emails. I get really crappy ones that don't make no sense. Teddy says he found me an email that will actually make sense to me, and I might be able to answer. So let's see what the email is, okay, Teddy? How much does it cost to mount a 8.5 pound walleye, 1 D-Rock, I think that's the number for pie. Listen here, Mr. 1D Rock. If you've got questions about how to catch a fish or how to clean it, that's one thing. But this kind of question, I don't like. You know, why don't you get yourself a blow-up doll and leave the fish alone, you pervert?